Journalists are yelling at each other. Government officials are not ready to accept diverse opinions. The faculty at the university is critical of others' pedagogies. Even our parents seem at distance because of the varying opinions. Though it is a remarkable truth that humans are different and each possesses a unique form of interpretations towards life, the world seems like a disaster when humans disagree unproductively. Welcome back to the channel. We know that you are contemplating yesterday's obnoxious fight with your best friend. So do not leave yet and listen to this video to find out more about how to disagree productively. By agreeing that you both have a different ground. Leave your comment below to tell us more about how we all can survive and thrive happily with differences. Number 1. Who couples it? Who decouples it? To turn your heated debate into an enjoyable and calmer version of it, make sure to first identify who likes the coupled or decoupled arguments. The ones who like coupled arguments embed the discussion, or affair, into the wider matrix of factors. They would like to engage any discussion topic into cultural, political and social factors. However, the one with decoupled arguments would just argue about that specific matter, in isolation from all the other issues. Thus, when you argue, make sure to step back and see if the other person is zoomed out or in from the original debate topic. 2. Be constructive. It is significant for us to differentiate between a person and the issue of debate. When you do not appreciate the opposition's claim, then make sure to step back and realise that you should not criticise the person, but their presented point. Moreover, there is a huge difference between constructive or toxic criticism. Constructive criticisms are posed on the behaviour and not the person, with the provision of enough space for them to prosper and rethink the feedback. 3. Psychological Judo. Person A. I do not believe that there is any relationship between cigarettes and cancer. Person B. So, why do you think the entire world is conspiring against you to get cancer by smoking 10 times a day? Originally, the technique of paradoxical arguments was innovated for people to shift their opinions about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Also known as psychological judo, this is a psychological game that lets people take a step back to reflect on their opinions when presented with an extreme counter-argument. The simple idea behind this way of disagreeing productively is to rather present an absurd version of their own belief than confronting them about what they think. Number 4. Show evidence. Online research conducted by Arizona State University infers that people tend to listen and even change their minds when they are confronted with factual evidence, rather than simple words. It is believed that humans emotionally connect themselves with their beliefs, such as socially conscious matters or cultural practices, and it is too hard to find a common ground in such discussions. The foremost practice shall, of course, be to respect and understand the stance of the opposite party. However, if you still want to debate productively, then go with factual arguments to make your point. Number 5. Lose your handles. The communications coach Robin Kermode stated, if you want to disagree with someone, explain your argument clearly, but say it using a relaxed voice with no hint of anger. Always take a couple of seconds before disagreeing. This 2-second pause does several things. It gives you time to think, allowing you to breathe slowly so that you don't respond too quickly in anger. And it gives you time to phrase your answer and makes you look like you're thinking deeply about it rather than simply responding with a knee-jerk reaction from your own prejudice. With a sudden attempt to speak, we often are holding onto our beliefs too tight. Take a step back and process the other argument to realise its worth, and then compare to understand if your argument even makes sense anymore or not. Lose your handle and use a relaxed tone to not look like a person who is there to just respond. Number 6. Contemplate. This one is the key to a productive discussion or disagreement. Always contemplate. Always rethink. Always process. Ask yourself tons of questions to reconsider, reevaluate, and simply use your intellect in any argument. Anyone can shout, and anyone can raise their voice to bring a feel of dominance during the discussion. However, to ensure that something productive is being born, you need to reflect and contemplate before responding, to understand yourself better in the position. Number 7. Apologise if needed. We have been told to be careful while apologising, as we do not need to bow down in toxic situations. On the contrary, we have been told not to feel suppressed while apologising, because it is not a harmful act towards our ego and self-respect. It is simply an act to perform when we are wrong. One of the important ways to disagree productively is to be honest with the other person and even yourself. If you have realised that you were wrong this entire time, the self-acceptance of your shortcomings is very significant for everyone's mental health and is a productive discussion field. Number 8. Engage, engage, engage. In a beautiful TED Talk by Julia Dar, she says, debate requires that we engage with the conflicting idea directly, respectfully, face to face. It is needed to put all your effort into understanding and appreciating the argument coming from the opposite side of the table. No one is asking you to surrender to the argument or accept it. However, what is needed from you to have something productive in the conclusion is to appreciate and respect diverse opinions. We need to understand that this difference is not a burden, but a blessing that we could experience the diversity prevailing in this world. Number 9. Peace is always an option. Look around for peace whenever you sense that the argument is going nowhere. When two strong-headed people are sitting across the table with a firm belief they are right, then it is needed for you to realise an option of peace to opt out. When the discussion is coming to an end, you can bring your hand forward by simply closing it with a peace treaty. Acknowledge there are no harsh feelings against each other. Nod along, put a smile on, and accept that it will not kill you if the other person does not agree. Number 10. Being nice is good. The more you do not lose your cool, the more options there are for you to grow into an open-minded and flexible person. There will be more chances for you to be inclined towards an intellectually flourishing environment. It is easier said than done, but sometimes all you need is to be nice to the one who is different from you. Do not give up on your temper just yet. Relive the moment for a while to appreciate the other person and be nice. Make sure you tell us if you like the super empowering 10 points, and do subscribe to our channel for more information on how to always be mindful of the differences prevailing around you. Do not forget that your uniqueness makes you who you are. Until next time.